Alright, welcome back everybody to another TNA review, and this time for the Go Home show. Again, if you haven't seen my prediction video yet, my Slammiversary preview, make sure you check that out please. So let's get this review over it real quick. So the show starts off with Matt Hardy coming out. Matt Hardy talks about how Brother Nero being out of his life, that Brother Nero is out of his life forever, and that Jeff nearly destroyed him, and that his jealousy cost him the title. And then he says that last week he beat Jeff so bad that you won't see him ever again, and that there is one last thing he must do to be whole again, which is reclaim what he shouldn't have lost in the first place, and that's the TNA World Heavyweight title. And then he calls out Drew Galloway. And then Drew comes out. Drew says we all have to be a bit crazy to be involved in this business, but you, Matt, you have lost your damn mind. Dan Man says that he isn't, and that Drew got the help of Brother Nero to win the title, or else he wouldn't have. And then Matt says he deserved to be added into the main event at Slammiversary. Then Drew says that Matt and him had their battles and it's over. At Slammiversary it will be Lashley against Drew Galloway. And then Matt keeps on complaining about how he deserves a title shot, how it wasn't fair, he needs another rematch, this and that. And then Drew says that he never backs down from a fight. He said he never backs down from a fight, and has defended the title all around the world, including the who's who's in TNA. And then the nice Matt Hardy, the rematch at the title shot at Slammiversary. But Drew does say that he will defend the title tonight, and then it's going to be against Matt Hardy. So that was that first segment. So you'll get so it was scheduled that Matt Hardy and Drew Galloway were gonna have a match later on at the night. And after that we go to a match which is a knockouts match for the #1 contender for Jade's title. Jade was at ringside watching the girl wrestle, and of course she had Allie Sherry Bomb, who did the introduction for Allison Kay. As far as the match goes, it was a really solid match. It could have, of course, been way better. But Madison Rayne impressed me with some of the moves she pulled out on Allison Kay, because Allison Kay is a big girl, you know what I mean, and she's hot. But yeah, it could have been a way better match. But Sienna ultimately got the win. She did the finisher and got the 3 count. So which made Jade and Allison Kay, which got the match scheduled for Slammiversary. So which made it like, I think, 8 matches. Actually 9, because we did get an X Division match, but we'll get there soon. But we'll get to that soon. So after that we get a backstage segment where we see Maria and Mike Bennett. This segment was pretty much them talking about each of them talking about what they're gonna do to to their opponent on Slammiversary, and a match later on tonight, because they have a match against Gail Kim that teams up with EC3. So after that we get another promo, and this time from my man Eli Drake, where he is somewhere in the mountains, standing on a mountain. Well, not really a mountain, but he was standing high. Where he says that there's gonna be another Fact of Light segment, and that Bram isn't in fight, and then if Bram has a little tingle to knock him out Sunday, he should give it a try. And it's not because he's not good enough, but it's just because Eli Drake won't let him, and that is not an insult, it's a fact of life. So right after that we immediately go to the Fact of Light segment. And then this guy is so corny, he introduces himself by saying, "Allow me to introduce my first guest, and he's the King of the Mountain champion, Eli Drake." Then he talks about Bram getting himself a rematch, and that when people ask him if he can beat Bram, he says, "Yeah." And then And then he says champion, recognize champions, and then he calls out DK, the tag team champions, because then they were the guests for for the segment tonight. This segment was basically just about each of the wrestlers saying, giving a promo on what they're going to do to their opponent on the pay-per-view. That is mostly how these go-home shows are. A lot of talking. It's just like almost the UFC where you have conference on what do you call them, the weigh-ins and all of that right before the pay-per-view. So they're gonna talk at each other how that one is gonna beat that one. So it's just like this. So a go-home show is almost like this. Because later on the bromance then came out. You had Grado with Shira coming out, and then you had Al Snow with the two French guys, Tribunal, coming out. Finally, I pronounced the word right. Now this whole thing escalated. All of them started to brawl, and then you had Bram that also was in the ring and started to brawl with Eli Drake, which ended up in a 10-man tag match. As far as that match go, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Of course, you had all of the guys doing their part. I had a good showing, but if it's one person that keeps on impressing me the most, then that is Jesse Goddard. This guy is such a clean worker. He has really improved throughout the years in his time in TNA, and Josh Matthew acknowledged that as well, which I'm glad he did, because Jesse Carter really has improved. I've said it a couple of times. He has the best drop kick in TNA right now. Best drop kick, clean drop kick. When Eric Young was still in the business, he was the one that had the best elbow drop in the business. But Jesse Carter, man, this guy he's getting better, and I see a future. I don't know if I should already say world champion, but his future looks bright. It looks bright. Okay. But ultimately, Eli Drake ended up winning. He got the 3 count on Grado. So that was that. And after that, we get another backstage segment, but this time with EC3 and Gail Kim, similar to the segment that Mike Bennett and Maria had, where they tell each other, well, they say what they're going to do to their opponent, and later on in their match. After that, we get another backstage segment, but this time with Lashley and Matt Hardy, because Lashley is all pissed off that Drew Galloway gave Matt Hardy the title shot. Then Lashley tells Matt that he's not just gonna sit there and let this happen, and that no one is going to stand in his way. So that was that segment. And after that, we get the match, the tag match. Mike Maria against EC3 and Gail Kim. And of course, we should have seen this happening, don't we all? Maria isn't going to wrestle, so she makes Allie be the one to do her dirty work. So Allie was the one ultimately wrestling for her. And I already said that in my Slammiversary preview, that we can expect something like this again. Like, I really don't see Maria wrestle, because she can't wrestle. She's terrible, and she's annoying when she talks. Like I said, she's just eye candy. But whatever. And Mike and EC3 barely touch each other as well, which is fine, since technically at a go-home show, wrestlers aren't actually supposed to wrestle. You know, it's just promo and be done with. So I'm not really. So it was okay for this time that the two didn't wrestle. So it was more Gail Kim that did the wrestling and ended up beating Ellie with the eat the feet finisher and got the 3 count. But while Mike Bennett and EC3 were busy brawling, they ran in the back, because of course Mike Bennett ran away. Then the 3 girls started to attack Gail Kim and left her with a leg injury. So we'll have to see if she still will wrestle at Slammiversary, which I'm sure she will, or else they would have already pulled her off the match. After that, we have an X Division match: Eddie Edwards versus Trevor Lee for the X Division title. Another solid match. Once again, Eddie Edwards was the one doing the most. You would have expected Trevor Lee to do a lot more, knowing that he is like another one of those indie guys, especially PWG's favorite, one of PWG's favorites. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe at the pay-per-view he's gonna do a lot more, because there is a lot more that this guy can do. This guy is an incredible wrestler. You haven't seen anything yet of Trevor Lee, trust me. So I hope at Slammiversary he will do a lot more, show a lot more of his moveset. But during the match, of course, Andrew Everett came out to give him a helping hand. And while Eddie Edwards went for the 3 count, Eddie didn't get it, so Shane Helms then took the title and hit Eddie Edwards with it on his head, while Trevor Lee was distracting the referee, so the ref didn't see that happen, and then Trevor Lee got the win. So that was that match. I think, yeah, I'm correct. Sorry if I'm being boring right now. I'm sleepy, hungry, and my voice, as you can see, isn't all that great. I had a terrible day actually. Sorry, but anyways. So after that we have a match. Braxton, as we all know, many of us know as Pepper Sparks from the Indies. He's an okay wrestler, though he isn't all that great, but he's an okay wrestler. He got the win on this match. Of course, most of the times when these new guys get a debut, they get the first win always, and they always wrestle an amateur guy, because they didn't even acknowledge this guy's name that Pepper Sparks was wrestling. So yeah, it was literally a squash match, you could say, but he got the win. So after that we get a scene of Willow. Then Willow said, "When the past reminds you of how good you were, the future awaits your fate. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy's brother, the future is here. Surprises are so unknown, as if it's a predetermined war from the last chapter in the Bible. The surprises await, the creatures await, and we love, we hate, we die forever late in Willow's way." And then he does his laugh. I can't do the laugh. Maybe I need to practice it, huh? So that was that segment. And then after that, good promo again. They once again tease us with a Willow, so I think we can already say that it's confirmed that after this whole Slammiversary thing, we can definitely expect Willow. And if you have watched my Slammiversary preview, then you will know what I was talking about. So I'm gonna let you watch that and let you figure it out on what I said, because they have been teasing us for a while now, and it's time that we get Willow back, you know. But after that we had Drew Galloway against Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy impressed me a lot lately. He had really good matches for the past couple of weeks. He was really good, because this match was actually good, which I didn't expect it to be, but it turned out to be a really good match. Matt Hardy did a lot, actually. It was really clean, no botches, nothing. And of course Drew Galloway was good as well. But the match ultimately ended up in a disqualification, because Lashley came in and tried to spear him, so he got disqualified. I think a chair was used. I don't know, but either way, the match was he was disqualified. So while Drew and Lashley were busy outside and finally out of the ring, Matt Hardy was the only one standing. And then we got another promo. Then promo appeared once again. Willow appeared once again, with first 4 Willows coming out, which was fucking awesome. No, first the lights went out. As Matt Hardy was standing alone, the lights went out, and then all of a sudden the kids on the front, the fans, were having Willow masks on, which was really creepy and awesome at the same fucking time. I liked how TNA got them involved in this segment. It was really awesome. It's a really cool thing to do for TNA, but yeah, all of the kids on front had Willow masks on. Like, it was really creepy. And then 4 Willow came out out of the entrance. 4 Willow, and then we had another Willow scene where he said something. I forgot what he said, but and then later on Jeff Hardy came out, and then they started to brawl. So that's how the show ended up. It was a really good show, a really good go-home show. So this show definitely got me pumped and excited for Slammiversary. That's how good it was, you know. Definitely a go-home show. I just hope that Slammiversary will be as good as it was last year. I really, really hope so good because this card is amazing with all the matches we have, because we finally got an X Division match, which is a four-way match. I can tell you this, that we definitely will see a new X Division champion. I don't see Trevor Lee retaining this title, so it's either Eddie Edwards will win, Andrew Everett, or DJC. I don't know, but I don't see Trevor Lee retaining at Slammiversary. We will definitely see a new champion. So we have a total of 9 matches at Slammiversary, which is a really huge card. I don't think TNA has ever had so many matches in a pay-per-view, if I'm not well, unless Bound for Glory. But this is Slammiversary is big. It's really big, and the card looks amazing. So I hope it delivers. Really hope it delivers. So I'm definitely gonna order this pay-per-view, and I think you should too if you truly support TNA. Put money in their pockets. You know they already don't have a lot of money, so please help. If I've watched this video all the way to the end, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, really appreciate it, and see you next week for the Slammiversary on our review.